Okay, good evening. We come to you live from LZ Bunker, in the bunker. This is the second edition of Veterans Live Show. Welcome to all veterans. Each week we're going to bring you a special guest to tell about their experiences in the war that they served in. I am Ronny Ymbras, your host. I served with the 101st Airborne Division in Vietnam with the 101st Survival 2nd Infantry B Company. And today's guest is Harry Adams from Highland, California. Harry and I served together in Vietnam. We knew each other from September 1967, when we all went over to Fort Campbell to start training to go to Vietnam, until we shipped out in December. Went through the TET offensive together, and then Harry was wounded. He'll tell you about that a little later. And we shall just mention to you, don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook page, Fallen Never Forgotten. And also, it's a Vietnam Veterans Memorial Book with over 50 memorials dedicated to the people who served in Vietnam and never came home. We have also have a Facebook page, Vietnam Veterans Photo Club. It's a very, very popular page. We have about 83,000 members in that. And a lot of guys have found buddies they serve with after 50 years. So check that out as well. Okay. Our first, let us take a little break right now. We're going to get our our guest Harry Adams hooked up, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Oh, one more thing. Since Harry's a paratrooper, every week when we have a paratrooper on, we're going to send this book free to them as long as they share it on their page. We'll have a random raffle, I guess, or picking of a name out of all the people who post this on their Facebook page. Thank you very much. Talk to you a little bit.
The Vietnam War, a vicious battle in a foreign land where all gave some and some gave all. Americans have built great monuments to show the appreciation that many Vietnam veterans never received at the time of battle. Fallen, Never Forgotten Vietnam Memorials in the USA is a tribute to these warriors. This 12 by 9-inch, 240-page photo and information book is the perfect gift for the Vietnam veteran in your life, containing over 300 large, full-color photographs from more than 50 memorials throughout the country. Fallen, Never Forgotten Vietnam Memorials in the USA displays the beauty, grace, and honor these landmarks behold. We interviewed the people behind the memorials for up-to-date and accurate information. Call now to order your copy of Fallen, Never Forgotten Vietnam Memorials in the USA. Call now.
Okay, back with Harry Adams from Highland, California. Let you know that Harry and I served together in B Company, 1st to the 502nd Infantry in Vietnam. Spent 3 months together. And then Harry was severely injured in a mine explosion on a deuce-and-a-half truck, and went to Japan, back to, Harry, in fact, I'll let you tell him that. You go ahead, man. Tell him.
Well, the truck explosion was on the 11th of February. That was the first time I got a Purple Heart. The truck was blown up pretty darn good, a whole bunch of guys on it, and several of us got severely injured. I spent a couple of days in the hospital and then a few days getting back to the unit, and the next day I got wounded again. But the last time I got wounded was on the 27th of February, and those were gunshots in the big battle.
There you go. And, Harry, you're also going to do a Q&A session afterwards. Some of the guys could go on Facebook or on YouTube on our page and ask you to, answer a few questions possibly, right?
Sure.
Make sure they settle in. It's a weird kind of situation because we served together, and It's not like I'm interviewing someone who I don't know or don't know about their service. So let's go back to Fort Campbell and tell us how you got there, when you got there, and what went on in your 3 months training.
Well, I was in Special Forces Training Group, learning to be a Green Beret, and then I terminated my status there and asked to go to Vietnam to any unit. And they sent me to the 101st Airborne at Fort Campbell.
Okay, and then you met a bunch of grunts, hey?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Wonderful guys, lifelong friends.
All right. So, what was the most memorable thing that happened at Fort Campbell? With
Well, it wasn't good, but I missed getting in the company picture because they put me on KP that day. So I stood there and watched everybody else get their picture made.
there you go. And did you go downtown Nashville the weekend before we went to Vietnam?
Yeah, we went downtown several times. Just couldn't stay out of trouble.
I cannot believe that the U.S. Army let 2 brigades of soldiers, paratroopers, loose in Nashville, Tennessee, the weekend before they were going to Vietnam. Who broke the jewelry store window?
I have no idea.
Oh, come on now. Was he the Scotty?
It wasn't me.
Okay. No, they didn't do it on purpose. We were just having a good time. And somehow somebody backed their back or their butt into the window of a jewelry store, and the alarm went off, and everybody took off, ran into a hotel, and half the guys stayed in the hotel for the rest of the night. I wonder what happened there.
It was cold.
Yeah, that was a funny night. All right, here we are, Harry, at Fort Campbell. Tell us about this picture and where you are located.
Say again.
Could you see this picture?
No.
Okay. This is a picture a bunch of us had these mohawks. And what we did, we tried to replicate the attitude and the, I guess, physical appearance of the guys who jumped in Normandy in World War II with the 101st Airborne, the 50 Deuce. In the back up there is Sergeant Hawkins on the left. I'm in the center top. Harry's on the right next to me. And then sort of leaning over on the left is Frank Latutufia from Hawaii. Below him is Stevie Scott. Next to him is Sergeant Guy, I forget his first name. Next to him is Private Plant. And down below from Texas is Mike Lucas. What a close-knit bunch of guys we had, Harry.
We were a good close-knit bunch of guys, and those of us that survived still are.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation how after 50 years, that's the one thing that we'll never forget and always kind of like draw each other together. Have you attended any reunions lately?
No, just the one we had in the 1980s.
Oh, yeah.
My first attempt at organizing a reunion, and it went pretty good.
That was excellent. Down at Fort Campbell, we had a 20-year reunion out of Vietnam. In the picture you see there, there was the first sergeant, the captain, a bunch of guys over here. I'm taking a picture with Sergeant Mullis, our platoon sergeant, Harry next to him. Big guy in the back is Bobby Olmos from Manhattan. And on the right side is the departed friend, Charlie Menninger. He was one of my good buddies. Actually, Harry and I went to Baltimore once or twice and visited Charlie.
Great guy.
A few other guys. Yeah.
Great guy.
So here we go. This is part of the reunion down at Fort Campbell. They treated us very well down there. My goodness, they put on a jump demonstration. They had a arms demonstration, all kinds of things, firepower.
Helicopters.
Yeah. Yeah, boy, oh boy. The general was out there, and we got on a bus. That was a great weekend. That was like unbelievable.
It was great.
In fact,
couple of days.
The guy's name was General Campbell at Fort Campbell. How do you get a name of General Campbell?
I don't know.
That's pretty weird, especially at 101st at Fort Campbell. So, other than that, who else have you been in touch with?
Oh, well, lots of guys. Sergeant Mullis was one of the first ones I got a hold of. Steve Scott and Mike Lucas. We've had some wild weekends between 1972 and the present.
How about guys on your own? Like, how about John Schmidt?
Oh, John. Oh, John. What can you
Yeah,
say about John?
John, he's a
John
lifer, man.
is a phenomenal guy.
Yeah,
He is a sight to be seen.
I can't believe he stayed in the army like what 30 years, something
Yeah,
like
the
that.
one guy we figured wouldn't make it, he stayed in, God, I don't know, 20 or 30 years and retired high rank and lots of medals and
Yeah, good for him.
special forces. He
Tell
did
us
it
about
all.
Vietnam, Harry. Harry, let's get back to Vietnam
Yeah.
with the experience when we landed in Benoit. Landed actually, yeah. No, we landed in the Tan Son Nhut and trucked up to Benoit.
We did.
And then we went to Cu Chi.
Right.
With the 25th over there. Tell us about that with the 11th Armored Cavalry. A little bit of experience there.
Well, we had a mission with the 11th Armored Cav that are now at Fort Irwin, California, with their tanks, I think about 45, 46 vehicles, and in heavy jungle, and we busted our way through it. And I don't think I'd want to do that again. I don't like tanks.
Yeah, that was down the Michelin rubber plantation.
Yes.
Yeah, and the worst thing about riding on the APC was when those
Red
when
ants.
you're riding on top. Yeah, man, that's it. When you hit these trees and the red ants came down on you, oh my God, I never got naked so fast in my life because no matter what you did, you couldn't get rid of them. They're down your neck, they're up your sleeves, even though your pants were like. They didn't want blousing rubbers, but to heck with that in jungle, you know. So it was nuts, man. That was the worst. That was bad.
Yeah, you'd strip off your clothes and everybody started patting you down as hard as they could go trying to kill ants.
I know. But in the meantime, I think there was more things that could get you beside a mortar, a RPG, or a AKS round. They were like jungle rats. There were step and a half snakes. There were leeches. There was malaria. There was dysentery. There was like
they had tigers and elephants too.
Oh my gosh. How many people you know got affected with something else? Did you hear that?
What's that?
How many people do you know that got affected by something other than the wounds of battle?
Well, geez, I don't know. That's a tough question.
Yeah, it was like it was a circus, man. Something happened. It's you had to take your water pills, your malaria pills, whatever they were, and stay with the leeches, with the cigarette. Remember burning leeches out with the cigarettes?
Yeah, every day or two we had more and more guys wounded, and every once in a while somebody killed.
Oh yeah, that was sad. They came the big day. I'm glad you missed it. It was a big bad day, actually. I don't know if people know about it, but we lost a lot of guys. We lost 1/3 of our company, with 13 guys being killed and 22 guys being wounded out of a company of about 100 guys. So that was 33 guys or so by our own mortars. That was March 26, 1968. Not a good experience. Not a good experience. So tell me about your what's going on with your private white dove business. Let's see that little bird. There you go. Tell us what you do with that.
Well, I make a living with them. We have a small company here in Southern California, and we fly them at funerals every day. We do 400 or more a year, and it's very successful.
That's wonderful, man. And what actually takes place with the and how
Well,
many?
we usually the last thing that takes place, we have a symbolic release where the family releases a single dove or two doves whenever a couple is being reunited in heaven by hand, and then we release an escort of 3 to 20 doves. They go up and fly into a tight formation, start flying around the cemetery. Then the first dove or two doves that were released come back and join them before they all depart and come back to our White Wings Sky Ranch here in Highland.
That's incredible. That's unbelievable. So what happened with your second Purple Heart?
Well, that's we were airlifted out of an afternoon with not a whole lot happening into an area that was supposed to be secured, nobody there, but it turned out there were. And just before dark, they hit us. They hit us hard, and we were completely surrounded. I managed to last about an hour before I got shot in the side a half dozen times. And,
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah, I recall that. Actually, I have this one paper, February 11th. That was. What was the second time?
well, the second time I got wounded was on the deuce
The truck.
that blew up.
When was the first one? I'm sorry.
Well, the first and oh god,
February.
what was it? Oh, on the 5th of February, I got shot in the or not shot, but wounded with shrapnel from a mortar in the back.
Okay.
I didn't get a Purple Heart for that.
Good. Don't worry about that. You got your due, man. You got home alive. That's what
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about the 5th of February. We awoke to a mortar attack. 17 wounded in our platoon. We killed over 100 guys. Takaban, Howe, Edwards, Elrod, Mullis, Plant, Gregory, Bell, Hill.
All but 14
Gopher.
guys.
Yeah, all got wounded that day. Artillery came in, and then we chopped out and set up another defensive perimeter. Night defensive perimeter. I kept a diary there. Any day you want to know, Harry, I could try to give you the best information I can, but not a good book to keep. So, Harry, tell us about the first mission we went on at the Kuchi. What happened with the big bird coming down?
Well, our first mission was on the 27th of December. We came there on the 13th. So 2 weeks getting ready for it. We went out and spent an afternoon walking around South Vietnam. And we started up a trail up into the Hobo Woods. And Company A went one path on the trail, and we went on the other. The enemy was in between us, and they opened up on both companies, and we had a god-awful firefight with each other. And Bob Bocus and I were told to go in and coordinate with the other company, so we went through the enemy territory and ended up getting down on the ground right beside the enemy machine gun, about 5 feet away in a bush. And a chopper from the 25th Infantry Division came in and started flying low and slow over our heads, trying to help us. And they managed to see me, and I pointed out the bush where the enemy machine gun was, and he said he was going to beat it up. And the next thing I knew, the helicopter exploded, and all 4 guys died.
Yeah, I remember the next day or two. I wasn't quite sure what day it was. I could always look that up. That we had to go out and recover the bodies.
Yeah,
and that was man, that was a hell of an initiation to. I remember running down the trail and getting down, like running down the trail, like on my hands and knees, to like a gorilla, I guess. And you never hear the one that hits you, but the one that goes by, pew pew pew, this little noise whizzing by your head.
Sounds like bees.
Man, if they're whizzing by your knee, you don't hear them. They're too low. You know what I mean? But oh yeah, man, it was not good, Harry. That was
well. It's good that there were bad shots.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they just fired up, and just let a magazine go. You know what I mean? But this is a book that I'm talking about. It's now what 30, 60 years old or 50 years old, and it's got some. Let me try to get this in there. Okay, here we go. So he goes day by day, and even got wet, and it's pages are falling out, but it's kind of like a documentary of every day that I was in Vietnam. So in one way, it's a sad reminder, but the other way, I guess it's historical. And
I told Josh he should get a journal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
He's over in Europe.
Yes. He actually, we had a little talk the other day. He sent me a picture of an Abrams, and I go, "What do you ride around in that thing?" And there's a new toy. He goes, "No. We do APCs kind of stuff, right? Then I showed him a picture of that vehicle that had that 105 mounted on it at Fort Campbell during the reunion.
Yeah.
And he couldn't believe I sent that to him, that I took those pictures. I'm a picture guy, man. So, and so Josh is my son, by the way. He's with the 3rd Infantry Division in Germany. He joined up in last October, and we miss him and we wish him well. I keep telling him to keep his head lower than his butt.
Yes, sir.
Good advice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Harry, what do you think about holding those rucksacks? How about, wait a second, forget the ruck. How about 42 days without seeing the sun? You missed half of that.
Vietnam was
monsoon season. Yeah.
It was miserable.
Sleeping in the rain, sleeping in the mud, wearing field jackets.
Yep. It was either real hot or real cold.
Yeah, you know, it's weird. People don't know. People think Vietnam was a hot jungle place, but in the meantime, we had a t-shirt on, a jungle sweater, a fatigue shirt, and a field jacket to try to keep warm. There you go. That's my man Harry.
And for a while, we had flak vests.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Harry, we got a picture of you up here sitting on a rice paddy, smoking a cigarette with your M16, bro.
Yep, I was
looking good. You took that picture, and I took a picture, and you took a picture of me. Let me see the same picture.
Yeah, you took the one with me. I took the one with you.
How about that? There you go. See, look at all that stuff we're wearing here. We're wearing, we got the field jacket on. You can see what do you call it? My arm is wet. We're sitting on a dike in a wet rice paddy. The reason I say wet, because sometimes they were dry. And then there's plenty of ammo pouches and grenades and gas mask and you name it. Thank you so much for that picture, Harry. It's like my trademark. I appreciate that. You see that picture up? Oh, you can't see the picture. Matt, can you split that screen away? No. Next way. Take Harry off. Take him off again. There you go. I have a picture here, Harry, sitting in a Huey going on our first combat assault. I'll have to send you a picture of that. And
yeah, I'd like to see that.
Sitting in the Huey, I have a picture of the M60 hanging down, straight down, and in the background, that's in the foreground. In the background is the another Huey. Hold on one second. I'll grab that picture for you. But you can't see it. He can't see it. Let me see. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm blind here.
Here you go. There you go. There's that picture. First combat assault. I'll send that picture to you, man. In the meantime, tell us about what you remember about that first firefight we had, not with the helicopter going down, when we went down into when D Company got ambushed, or was it C Company? Yeah, C Company.
All I know is they had a god awful number of guys wounded by booby traps that day. We were lucky.
Yeah, because we went overnight with that. There's a log. Do you know there's a 502nd Infantry log history that a trooper put up there since day one that the 101st went into Vietnam? Everything that happened every day for every unit.
I need a copy of that.
Okay, I'll send you his name. In the meantime, tell us about nine ambushes.
Night ambushes were the worst part of Vietnam.
Oh my God!
I still don't sleep at night. I'm up every night, all night. It just scares the crap out of you.
You know, Harry, I was so afraid at times. I thought that the enemy could hear my heart beating.
Or your breath.
Yeah, well, I don't know about my breath. They could probably smell that. But my heart was thumping so loud. I swear, I thought they would hear it like from 20 feet, 50 feet away, whatever. The night ambushes were not nice.
Yeah, we had a couple that were very decisive.
Oh, really? I don't mean that. I mean the whole attitude about it. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. We had a great plan. We did, man. We did great in our war. We kicked some ass.
We did.
And like the papers, the press, they wrote it down like we were the bad guys first of all, and then we got our ass kicked. But man, we had enough casualties of our own, but we tripled or quadrupled the amount of casualties and the weapons that we got out of the field from the enemy, including some serious, two-man weapons.
I think we had 27 guys killed in our company during that time.
Yeah, we had a 90%
mortality rate.
No, not mortality.
Well, shot,
injured or killed. Correct.
Yeah.
WILK, 97%. But that also meant some guys got wounded 3 or 4 times.
That's right.
So that it wasn't like every guy in a 100-man company, 97 got wounded. It could have been 60 guys got wounded, but a couple of them got wounded 2, 3, 4 times.
There were a number of us that got wounded several times.
Yeah.
I got hit 4 times, but only 2 Purple Hearts.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you should write up, man. You should go get them. You want some help?
Nah.
Oh, by the way, thank God. I want to congratulate you for trying to get Albania Small that Congressional Medal of Honor.
Oh, yeah. I tried.
Job,
wasn't
you did
successful.
some job. I got your letters here. It's really incredible. Harry, Albania Small. Harry, tell the story.
Well, I think it was the 21st of February, we did a maneuver where we pivoted and wheeled to the left. The whole company pivoted, and first platoon got shot up real bad in a enemy position. We tried to get in 2 of them and rescue them. Albania Small went in 7 times and pulled a guy out each time, and then I managed to go in the other side and get 3 guys out, but it was a bad situation.
But in the meantime, when we were back at base camp being written up for the Medal of Honor, a mortar came in and blew his arm off.
Yeah, they pulled him out of the ranks when he got put in for the Medal of Honor, and he went to the rear, was playing horseshoes, and the mortar round went off in the distance. Piece of shrapnel came by and cut his arm off mid forearm, and his hand was still attached to the horseshoe.
Jeez. Thanks. Did he get a ringer? No, stop. Please.
He should have got the Medal of Honor.
Yes, I agree. You're no kidding. You're not. Yeah, absolutely right. That's not good. Happened to a lot of people though, and very heroic war. People cared for each other so much. There were guys. You know what bothered me most about that war too? That when they said there was a lot of racism involved. Hey man, we didn't care who was who. We were more than brothers with everybody in our group.
Well, we didn't have that kind of problem in the paratroopers. We were all highly motivated.
True. That's true. Yeah, we weren't. Yeah, but then we got started to get infiltrated with. Infiltrated sounds like a bad thing. A lot of our replacements were legs.
Yeah. Yeah, we were the last set of paratroopers.
Yeah,
in the 101st.
Not jump qualified. And yet, I'll tell you what, some of them, they just weren't as gung-ho as we were. There's nothing wrong with that. They were just people who got drafted and got put in our units, but we were kind of animalistic and gung-ho with things. But they just didn't hold up. I actually had an issue with one guy dropping 81 millimeter mortar rounds on the trail. He didn't want to carry them. And I had to tell him if I saw it again, something might happen, which was not good.
Besides, they turn around and use it on us.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, no problem. It was just a bad scene. So other than that, tell us about your experience in the medical issues that you had once you got.
I had excellent care with the hospitals and the doctors and nurses. They really cared. They did a heck of a job. I was in 9 hospitals when I got wounded the last time, before they finally retired me and sent me home.
And where was that?
In Southern California. I
don't mean that. I mean your journey through the hospitals.
Oh God. Well, the field hospital after I got wounded, then down to Da Nang where they operated on me, then off the coast on the USS Repose, then back to Da Nang to catch an airplane to Japan, and Japan. From Japan, I went to Travis Air Force Base. From Travis, I went to Fort Ord. From Fort Ord, I went to the Presidio at San Francisco, and that's where I finished my career.
Wow. And that whole happened, how long did that take? 2 months, 3 months?
About 6 months.
Oh, really? That long in the hospital zone?
Well, I was paralyzed from the chest down whenever I came back. Started getting it back. It started coming back slowly a few weeks later.
That is amazing. You know, thank God for that. In the meantime, I heard a little rumor that you had some experience flying a plane.
I did.
Tell us about that.
We went over on Operation Eagle Thrust on the 12th of December, 67. And when we landed at Wake Island, the guys were kind of tired and were sleeping in the back. I went up to the front of the airplane, and the pilot invited me to fly the airplane. So I sat down in the right seat, took the yoke, and flew the airplane. Nobody else had controls for 15 minutes up at 35,000 feet.
Thanks a lot, Harry. I'll tell you what, with a bunch of paratroopers on board, I think they would have jumped and went out to shoot if they knew you were flying that plane.
That's why I kept it secret for 50 years.
Oh, my goodness gracious. You're too much, man. Okay. We're going to, after a minute, tell us about TET, how crazy TET was at first.
Well, TET was real bad. We did trainings down south was nothing compared to TET. For one thing, we were fighting the North Vietnamese regulars, and they were real soldiers. And they fought hard, and they took a lot of us out. But TET, every day something happened. We'd lose a few more guys every day, either wounded or killed. TET was no picnic.
All right, Harry. Thank you very much. We want to thank you so much, Harry, for being a second guest on the show, Veterans Live, and continued success in what you do with your bird, your dove factory. And I think it's a nice thing to have for people's funerals, give them some peace and respect. And please stay in touch with us no matter how you can. And we'll be swapping emails or texts, whatever, or messages. And we'll go from there.
Good luck with your show, man.
Any last words you'd like to say?
Just good luck with your show.
Oh, I appreciate that so much, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Harry. Catch you next time. And next week, our guest is going to be Richie Drago. He is the leader of the Purple Heart Chapter 1792 in Newburgh, New York. And what 1792 means is when George Washington inaugurated the Legion of Merit, actually was. And then in the 1930s, it got changed to the Purple Heart Medal. And it's really close. I mean, I'm like 30 minutes from this. I live in the Hudson Valley, and it's really terrific because there's so much history here between West Point, Stony Point battle in the Revolutionary War, and Ticonderoga and Saratoga, and tremendous historical area. And so we'll talk to Richie next week. And also the Purple Heart Hall of Honor is here in about 10 miles south of Newburgh. So thank you very much. And we'll see you next week. Thank you, brothers, and welcome home.